So I wanted to share 5 things that I observed and learned at this Bereaved Parents Conference that I was at over the weekend. So by sitting with and really spending time with bereaved parents, I observed a few things. So number 1 is that grief has no timeline. Yes, I knew that. Yes, we hear it all the time. But what I observed was there were people there right in the beginning, raw, early stages of grief. And then there were people there like 40, 45 years since they lost their child. No timeline. They loved, so they're going to continue to grieve. It just looks different as we move forward. That's all. The grief just looks different. Number 2, that love, it transcends physical presence. Meaning that just because our loved one's physical presence is no longer with us does not mean that we don't continue to carry that love. That love doesn't die. And that was well observed with these bereaved parents, sharing memories, but sharing how they are carrying their child's memory forward. And it was a beautiful thing to see. 3, connection. Connection is so important, meaning connecting with other bereaved parents who understand them. They understand that raw pain. They understand exactly what they are going through with no words. No words need to be spoken. But also the connection and the bond that they have with their child and continuing that connection is so important. Number 4, this one was amazing, is seeing how joy can happen in the midst of pain. Joy and happiness can go side by side with grief. And I heard people saying it, but I observed it. And what I observed was how people were smiling and laughing, and they were able to cherish present moments and actually find joy in them and find joy in this everyday things in life. For example, I'm sitting here right by, my little pond that has a little waterfall, and that's something that brings me joy. And I heard these parents sharing things just like that, finding something to be joyful about every day. And number 5, the last thing that I observed was the deep faith that many of these bereaved parents had, that they found comfort and strength in their faith in God. And not only talking about it, but many of them made this their ministry. And they held on to God's promises and let that carry them forward. I saw people in the beginning of their grief, just losing their child, sing praises to God with their hand lifted, with a smile on their face. Tears might have been with it, but there was a smile. They're just 5 things, beautiful things, that I was able to observe with being at this conference. So if you know someone who's lost their child,